You can see this image here. We will go with some motivation first. So motivation is not enough. Routine keeps you going. You can see these two things here. One is this and second is this. If you want to reach at your destination, you need to go with consistently. So you can reach to your place or where you want to go. You can easily go at there. And suppose you are doing this way, then it is very difficult to reach at your destination. So you need to go with this way, consistently do the things. You will definitely get the success. We will start our first question in this video. This is a part 2 as I have already discussed some questions, and this is part 2. So what is higher order components? Higher order components are functions that takes a component and return a new component they can use for reusing component logic. Higher order component means what? It takes one component as input and returns a new component. They can use for reusing a component logic. Means unnecessary, you don't need to write a same logic. Instead of that, we can use the higher order component, and same component we can use at multiple places. So higher order component can be used to add functionalities like authentication, logging, data fetching to existing components. Okay. So next question is, what are components in React? Components are, sometimes the interviewer can ask the question like, what is difference between functions and components? This kind of questions, sometimes we know the tag and we know the components. So simple question they ask like, difference between element and difference between tag, difference between components and difference between functions. So this all you need to prepare these all things. Here question is, what is component in React? So components are the building blocks of a React application. A component is a JavaScript function or class that optionally accepts input known as props and return a React element that describes how a sections of UI should appear, and components can be classified into two categories. One is functional component and second is class component. In functional component, there are stateless and are written as a JavaScript function. In class component, these are stateful and are written as ESX classes. Okay, but nowadays we just preferred functional component because it is very easy to read, debug, understand instead of class component. Because after introduction of 16.8 version, we can use state and lifecycle method in functional components. So we generally prefer the functional component. Okay, here props is nothing but property. Okay, this way we can answer what is mean by components. The next question is, what are the hooks in React? Hooks are functions that let you use the state and other React features in functional component. In most commonly used hooks are use state, use effect, and use context. These three are basic hooks, and we have some additional hooks like we have a hooks available, use ref, which is controlled by DOM. We have a use memo, use callback, which are memoization purpose. We have a redux hooks, that is use state, use selector, use dispatch. We have other hooks. Means the hooks is the name start from use keyword, that we can say hooks, and we have a custom, we can also implement a custom hooks also. So basically hook means what? Hooks are functions that let you use the state and other React features in your functional component. That's it. Okay, so next question is, what is JSX? JSX is a syntax expression for JavaScript that looks similar to a XML or HTML. It allows developer to write HTML-like syntax directly in their JavaScript code and making it easier to create a React element. JSX is then compiled to JavaScript by tools like Babel. In simple words, JSX is nothing but HTML plus JavaScript. As we can write a code of HTML, which looks like HTML in Java, means it is basically HTML we can write in JavaScript file, that is a JSX. So next question, which are very important, that is how can optimize performance when dealing with large list or frequent updates in React. So when we have a large amount of list and frequent update, then you need to optimize the performance. So how we can optimize? So there are different ways to optimize the performance. First is we can use the React.memo. Through this we can memoize the result to the functional component. If the props do not change, it prevents unnecessary rendering. Here is one example, that is React.memo, and we have wrapped this function. So this way we can use the React.memo to make a function pure, and this will optimize the performance. Okay. Now use key props. So we can using a unique key prop helps to React identify which item changed, added or removed. So this way by using key we can optimize the performance. Then we have a virtualization process. In that we have two libraries available, that is a React window and React virtualization. So this way uh, these libraries we can do like we have items in a list which drastically reduce the number of DOM nodes. Okay, using that library we can reduce the nodes. Now next technique is a debouncing input change. So debounce technique means through this we can limit the rate at which function is executed in a context of large list, and it can help to minimize the number of updates triggered by user input. Okay, means suppose I will give example for this. Suppose we have a search box, we are entering something in search box, and for every change we are means there is a request goes to the server or at backend, then this through this app can get crash. So means server can get crash. So that's why we generally use debouncing technique, which limit the rate to call the function or to call the API. So through this limit, suppose we have entered something and we pause. After that certain time, request will go. So this way also we can improve the performance. Avoid inline functions in render. So defining a function inside a render method creates a new instance on every render, which can lead unnecessary re-rendering. Then we have lazy loading for images and components. Through the lazy loading, we can improve the performance. So it loads image or components only when they are needed. Dynamically, we can load the component, and by using lazy loading, which can improve the our initial load time and our performance will get increased. These all are the ways we can improve the performance of app. So these questions are very important. You just go through that, prepare well. Definitely that question will help you. And simultaneously with these questions you need to prepare some projects. After some days I will take some projects which can help you to prepare well, understand the things, understand the concept.